All right, what is up, my friends? What a day. Get new bandmate and new Lovebites on the same day. That really doesn't get much better in my book. It really, really doesn't. And apparently Lovebites, their whole album, Judgment Day, I believe, dropped today. But we're going to start here with the new single, Stand and Deliver. Judgment Day was a banger of a song. Honestly, in my book, Lovebites is still trending upwards, you know, getting better and better. So I can't wait to hear this album, man. Like, I legitimately think, you know, just based on sort of the trajectory that I've listened to their music at, that this might end up being my favorite stuff from them. I haven't heard all the stuff from their previous albums, but I've heard enough to like kind of understand the eras that they're going through, I think. And this one right now feels like it's gonna be right in my wheelhouse. So I'm fucking amped for this. Let's get into it. We're gonna do Stand and Deliver right now. Okay, here we go. Here we go, baby. Oh my god, they're so good though, bro. I have like zero doubt this is gonna be wicked. Oh, we're starting off with the bass. Okay, love to see it. Love to see it. New era. Super distorted bass. Alright. To our screams. Man, they have so much control over their instruments. Alright, we're in like that classic rock thrash zone. Bruh, I mean, we are in thrash zone. Like, oh my god, this is as thrashy as. Oh my god, bro. Do you know how much time I spent in my life loving the idea of thrash music, but not finding enough good thrash bands that I actually wanted to listen to all the time? There's like bands out there that, you know, they were like really solid in some songs, and like other songs they'd be really boring and stuff like that. Thrash is kind of a, I mean, most of the genre is kind of trash, if I'm being totally honest. But there are some really good thrash bands out there that end up being some of the best bands. I mean, look at Metallica. This shit right here, bro. This is Lovebites doing thrash. You don't get better thrash than Lovebites doing thrash. Oh, okay. Let's go. Man, we had thrash in that Judgment Day song too. They have it sometimes, but not just vocally, man. That guitar work. And the drums. I love that they're doing that, man. Also, I've never seen a video with them just like chilling, playing like they're always so fancy. You know what I mean? Like Judgment Day was so cinematic. This one, man, look at her. Look at her with her hat on. Look at Fami just with her little beanie on. Looks so fucking cute. How is she? People that, you know, I know how old she is, but I'm just saying, when I see her, I like, wow, she looks like she's 25 still. Yeah. She got a big smile on her face. New bassist, Fami. Nice. Sick. Ooh. Wow, listen to the vocal layering. And we got, this is, I mean, you know, I don't know how they do it on the record, you know, if she's layering her own vocals or not, but they don't sound like it's all her vocals. So I'm thinking that what we're seeing here visually is actually representing what they might have laid down on the track in the studio, with all four of them actually doing the vocals underneath. It sounds so cool, man. It sounds like piercing almost. The high notes, wow. Nice. Nice. Kill it on those drums. Interesting. So, all right, that wasn't. I thought we were going into a solo. It was a riff, cool, just guitar, just a fucking cool classic rock sounding guitar riff. You know, there's a lot of sort of crossover with classic rock sounds and thrash sounds. Like a lot, you know, they use a lot of the same scales, and a lot of the riffs that you hear in thrash when they're not going full heavy, they'll go more along the lines of the classic rock sound. So like, you know, and obviously the chorus once again more power metal-y than any other part of the song, just like Judgment Day was. But man, it stayed just like those vocals were so. They make me like power metal. The way that they do it, they make me like power metal. You know, I didn't really like power metal before I listened to Lovebites, and I still don't think I would go out of my way to listen to a lot of other power metal bands. I mean, I've heard quite a few. Lovebites is the one that like retains that power metal feeling pretty much all the time. Even when they're doing the thrash stuff, there's still semblance of it behind. That just, I just don't. They could play any. Put it this way. They could play any genre of music, and I think I would listen to it. But when they're doing thrash, it's my favorite. Just look at how she's playing, dude. Oh my god. It just reminds me of playing music back in the day. The style. Bruh, how often does your landline ring? I haven't heard that sound in years. Sorry about that. Okay, let's go back a couple seconds. Man, they're making the gang vocals sound like cool again. Man, they're hitting it out of the park with these simple chorus melodies that you could just sing along with. Love that shift in the drums. All right, we're definitely going into solo time here. So before we go into that, I just want to say, man, I mean, listen, you hear it in some of their music sometimes, but like this is the strongest Iron Maiden vibes I think I've ever gotten from them. Yeah, Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, maybe a little more Judas Priest because it's a little heavier. I think it's like, man, I really love this vibe, bro. Nobody's doing this kind of music now either. Like nobody. They're doing this kind of music. It's so nice to have around. When are they gonna have a movie made after them? Ooh. Cool. Oh, they're just chilling, man. I'd love to see the side of them. A little AC/DC in there. Yeah, she feels like part of the team. Love to see it. Fire, dude, just fire. They're just such good soloists, you know, probably the best out there right now. And it's the one thing, no matter what genre they go to, whichever genre they're leaning towards in their song, they never sacrifice the intricacies, you know? They're always there. It's always something that you could look forward to. You know, like this song, you know, construction-wise of it is pretty simple. You know, it's sort of like you got this thrash riff that starts it out, and then you get the verse and the pre-chorus, the chorus, and then they went into the main riff again, that classic rockish, thrashy riff, and then back into the cycle again, and then the bridge came after chorus too. So it's like it's not like they're breaking any molds with this, but that's why I love the fact that, you know, they just found this vibe, this sound, and they ran with it, and it's coming off with them doing it so much better than it would have come off with anybody else doing it. You know what I mean? I was just asking it when they're gonna make a fucking movie about themselves, and I see a documentary down there. But do you know what I'm saying? It's almost like this is what I was talking about before. You give them any genre of music, and I think I could listen to that genre of music as long as they're playing it. But in this song in particular, they're gearing towards a genre of music that I already like. So this is where Lovebites in my mind, in my heart, this is where they're really like, oh, this is my favorite style of them. And I just think that they're knocking it out of the park. And those solos, like I said, even though it's like, you know, they kind of they got this they're in that thrash zone right now. I mean, the solos might as well have just been as fucking maniacal as any of their other solos, you know. Just wicked, beastly shredding on the guitars. I mean, thrash has got some good shit in it, don't get me wrong. I kind of sound like I'm shitting on thrash a little bit, but I mean, it kind of deserves it. I love the genre, but I don't love most of the bands. This would be, imagine if this was like around in 1986. You know, Lovebites, wouldn't they be the best? They'd be the best. They'd be the best thrash band in the world. It's so fucking crazy. One of the best, at least. They would be right up there with those sort of like those. See, I consider like you know, Judas Priest and Iron Maiden, for example. They're power metal bands, but they're not power metal bands like the most power metal band. You know, like they're not like Halloween power metal. They're like they've got a little bit more of that rock feel than just the power metal feel, if you know what I mean. Like, especially Judas Priest, I think that they gear more towards the metal every once in a while, too. And Lovebites just kind of combines all of that into, like, this epic sound. And this song is, like, really hitting all the sweet spots for me. I just love the main riff, too. That main verse riff that they're doing. It's, like, simple, but it's fucking cool, man. Nice. Ooh, that drum shift. Now we're talking. Very interesting. Wow, I love that. That was great. The drums are killing in this song, man. It's like the most I've ever noticed them. Oh man, it just sounds straight out of the 80s, bro. This chorus, oh my god. God, her voice is so high, it's so insane, bro. How does she do that? So, classic ending. Classic ending. Man, I mean, what do you say? They're fucking Lovebites. Every song that they've ever made is legitimately awesome in one way or another. So it really just comes down to how much do you like the song that they wrote this time, right? And I love this song. Oh my god, this is one of my favorites. Off the first listen, this is one of my favorites. And this is what I've been saying about Lovebites pretty much the whole time. I love everything that they've done to a certain degree, right? But like their power metal, when it's really just like a power metal song, like when they stick strictly to the power metal vibe, I usually am like, okay, that's a little lower on the scale. But when they do the stuff where, and we're all going to have different interpretations of genres, and I only use the genres just to try to make relations. I know some people get all up in arms, oh, what do you care what genre it is? It's not about caring what genre it is. It's just about trying to, you know, break it down and, you know, make relatable connections to other bands and stuff like that. And it's just easier when you talk about it in genre form. But so that's why I do that. But like, I think that when they go in this direction, I mean, this riff, like, people are going to say, oh, you have that type of riff in power metal too. God, that's just wicked right off the bat. Like, you already feel like Testament vibes. There's some Megadeth in there. You know what I mean? Like, I could just list off different influences that I hear in this song, but ultimately it all just sounds like Lovebites, you know? And that, I mean, that's just, like, this album's gonna be insane. This album is gonna be insane. I don't even have to listen to it to know that it's gonna be one of the best metal albums of the year. So I can't wait to listen to the rest of it. Okay, I'm out of here, guys. Peace.